Right, yeah. Oh. Yeah, Bull Beast is on the bubble, and he's invalidated his lap. On maneuver, Wellington's retired. Panku's out now. Oh, Wax crossed the line, 1:14, 5:33, puts him ninth, so should see him relatively through. Alright. Bull Beast is going again on another lap because he is on the bubble of being eliminated. Oh. Yep, until Panku will set his lap. Here goes Panku across the line. 1:14.7 puts him 12th. Oh. On there, oh, just got on the curb, lost it into the wall. Yep, it's gonna be dry. Yeah. Right, what? Oh, there we go. So that Carlos Jackson, Wellington, Young Maneuver, and Zola are your eliminator, not your drivers that have been eliminated from Q1. Alright. Okay, 1 minute. Second. Okay. Seeing something of.
Yeah, for some reason it looks like my box was unticked. I was pretty sure I ticked it when we managed to get the technical issues sorted.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Will do. Yeah, I did spot that. I think it's good having Philip Nilsson back tonight.
Yep. Nope. Yep. No worries.
Here we go.
Round to keeps it.
Yep. Now this is where strategy comes into play. Who is going to start on what time? The ultimate strategy is mediums to hards for the one stop, but
Yep.
if you're lucky, sorry, if you end up having to start on the softs, you're going to need to do a two stop here, which would be soft, medium, medium.
Yeah. And most drivers are fitted the mediums. And who's gonna be that first one out? And it's gonna be MCR.
It's
Jay is gonna be the first one out on
Yep.
mediums.
So there's been a lot of F1 related news over the course of this week. The biggest one being that Turkey has been cancelled, but we're still having a 23 race calendar because it's going to be France on June 20th, and then the next 2 weeks after that are going to be both at the Red Bull Ring for the Styrian Grand Prix and then the Austrian Grand Prix the week after.
Yep. They've done it with the Champions League final as well, which was meant to be held in Turkey.
Yeah, Istanbul.
Well. They've moved that.
But in the end, we ended up having to. Move it to Portugal. 2 years running that Portugal has hosted the Champions League final. Watching the FA Cup final yesterday. Yes, there was only 21,000 fans in attendance yesterday, but my word, the noise they made, it felt like a sellout.
Yeah. There's a lot of drivers in Sector 3 in one area.
Yeah.
Have to back off.
Yeah, it is a very congested track in that sector at the moment. So after tonight, folks, we've only got 4 races to go before the end of the season, and then we've got about a month's break before we get the new F1 game out on July 16th. Hopefully I'll be able to get the deluxe edition, which comes out 3 days beforehand.
Yeah. I haven't pre-ordered it, but I'm just saving up money now. Oh, MCRJ 1 minute 15.5, but then Edgar beats it on the softs though with 1 minute 14.9.
I think Edgar's one of those that doesn't feel comfortable getting through on mediums.
Yeah, well, he'll probably have to make an extra stop. Tudi goes second, 1 minute 15.217. Sasha fourth, 1 minute 15.635, and Wax has had a spin.
Yeah, that's midway through sector 2, and Ultimate goes top of the time. She's the 1:14.8
on mediums.
So the rest of the
Here comes Philip Nilsson.
Yeah. and he goes fourth, 1:15.2. Here comes Path. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna go top of the timesheets?
Validated it.
Yeah, he's validated. He's gonna have another crack. Is it? The rest of the calendar, we've got Mexico next week. Then it's the Temple of Speed at Monza, and then June 6th, Paul Ricard. And then we've got a break week. There's gonna be like no Formula One action at all, since that was gonna be the original slot for the Canadian Grand Prix, but that got cancelled until next year. So it's going to be Mexico, Italy, France. June 30th is going to be a complete break week from Formula One. And then June 20th, season finale at Brazil. Hopefully the Drivers' Championship is still up for grabs at that point.
Yep. Also, oh wait, we have the end at the end of the season. We have the All-Star races.
Oh,
So
yes.
basically, we'll have 2 or 3 weeks without league races. That's all I said on the chat.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a constructors all-star race, and we're gonna have a drivers all-star race, which are gonna be now the constructors all-star race is gonna be the best 2 drivers from all of the teams, and then the drivers all-star race is gonna be having the top 20 drivers based on their point tallies throughout the season in the All-Star race.
Half got his lap time up to 4th, 1 minute 14.956.
He's just over a tenth behind Ultimate, Little Beast Frisbee, and Asmo yet to set a lap time. Asmo's on an out lap at the moment.
Panku 11th right now, 1 minute 16.247 on mediums. He's going again. Do I see a few drops of rain falling on the circuit? I think I do.
Oh yeah, I'm on board with Wax right now, and yep, now's the time to get out there and get a lap in before it goes south very quickly. And we saw that happen in the 100% race last night, and it was effectively the start of Q2, and the race started almost immediately.
Panku got 6th, 1 minute 15.363. Asmo's just started his lap. Yep, coming down now. You just need to get your laps in now.
Wags gets a 16.5. So the rain is relatively light at the moment, but the track is going to start getting a little bit greasy. Who knows how it's going to play out.
Wonder what will Q3 be raining as well, or will it not? Ultimate 2D Path have retired in the pit lane. Happy with our lap times. And I thought, oh, what's happened? Oh, Wax has gone for a spin. Has gone off.
Yeah, that's not going to help him in these conditions, especially.
Asmo ran the final corner to cross the line, 1 minute 16.8.
And I don't think we're going to be seeing any. I don't think we're going to be seeing any competitive times now.
Yeah. Panku's also happy with his times, retired from the session. In 6th. Here comes Frisbee now around the final corner. Opening that DRS to the line, 1 minute 16.5, puts to the 13th, so we're not going to be seeing like quick lap times now, so
So I think that'll be it for Q2. Ooh.
Yeah.
Asmo almost in the wall there. And what on earth? What on earth? What is going on there with Frisbee? What happened there with him?
Yeah.
That is really bizarre.
Well, we're not going to be. Well, no one's. Oh, movement. There's movement in Ferrari. And that's Wax. He's coming out on softs, but like he's in 12. But with the conditions that are at the circuit right now, I don't think he's going to be setting a very good lap time on those softs.
It's too greasy to be setting any sort of. It's far too greasy to be setting any sort of competitive dry weather time.
Let's see the gap that's separating our drivers in Q2. Top 10 within a second. Top 4 is really close as well.
And, oh, Wax almost losing the back end there.
Wax is the only one out. Is the only one on track at the moment. Oh, he's gone.
Yep.
Too much of a power, I think.
Yep.
Luckily to not get front wing damage off of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's gone again.
Oh dear, oh
This
dear, oh
time
dear.
he's definitely hit the wall.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be some damage. Oh! That is definitely going to be some damage. Yep. That is a fair chunk of damage on his end plate.
Yep. And there we go.
Yeah, it's disabled.
Mon's retired as well, so he's out. Well, I think everyone's out. Well, Mon, Wax, Frisbee, Asmo, and Bull Beast are out because DRS has been disabled.
Yep.
So there's no point in really setting a lap now.
Yeah, if it were me, the common sense thing to do would be to just retire from the session now so that we're not wasting time running down the clock.
Yeah, we have like a minute 30 to go. I think Wax has done that. Sasha's
Yep.
also retired.
And here comes
So
the domino effect.
should be.
So Edgar, based on those that got through into the top 10, is the only driver that's going to be starting on the softs, because that's the tyres that he set his best lap on.
Yeah.
The rest of them, Ultimate, 2D Par, Philip Nielsen, Henkoot, Jay, Hurricane, Sasha, and Starfish, all starting on mediums. Of course, the big beneficiary, the Mon down to Bull Beast, they are all going to be starting with a fresh set of tyres.
Yep. Just waiting on Mr. J, MCRJ, that Starfish, and Bull Beast. But we got like we're in the 5 seconds, so it's not going to really matter. There we go. Q2 over. Bull Beast not able to set a lap time. You got Asper, Frisbee, Wax, and Mon also out, and Edgar. Only one going to be starting on softs in the race, so Edgar will need to pull away at the start if Edgar wants to get a good result out of the strategy that he's got to do.
Yeah, realistically, I don't see the soft tyres lasting more than 6-7 laps before they fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I would love to see imposed to try and make the races more exciting is, rather than having one stop being mandatory, make the make all the drivers do 2 stops. Make it a 2-stop race being mandatory. Make it mandatory for the drivers to do 2 stops.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, to make it entertaining.
Yeah, but at the same time, make sure they use 2 compounds.
Yeah. Oh, we're going intermediate tyres. So it's still raining.
Well, the rain's actually stopped, but right now it's too wet for dry tyres.
Yeah. I'm on board with Sasha, who's the first one out.
Although what could spice another way this race is going to be spiced up is, on top of having the 2 stops being mandatory, I say go big or go home and make the teams use all 3 compounds during the race.
Yeah.
And that makes the 2 stops mandatory anyway. So there we go, DRS enabled. So in my eyes,
So the drivers are
those who are
right on track right now.
those that are on intermediates, they are going to be kicking themselves.
Yeah.
But that's what I was about to say. If we force the teams to use all 3 tyre compounds throughout the race, that makes it effectively a 2-stop race for everybody.
There's going to be a lobby restart after qualifying, as there's a couple of people glitching. So, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think I saw that with Bull Beast.
Yeah.
At the end of Q2, I trust that somebody's been able to screenshot the standings for qualifying, so that we've got the grid.
Yeah. Yep, we do.
Good to know.
Yeah, 3 people.
Excellent.
So, yellow flag, that is Panku off for a spin. So, there's a few drivers that have, like, stuck out and gone on intermediates. Then you got There's drivers in the pits are on softs. Well, Edgar and Ultimate are in the pits. Path is out on the softs.
So is Jay.
MCRJ, yeah. Well, Sasha was on a lap and validated, so probably that'll be the good opportunity just to go in, fit the softs, as it is dry. Alright, let's go on board with Path on the softs.
I don't think we're going to be seeing any. Don't think we're going to be seeing any 113s in Q3. But hey, you never know.
Yep, you'll never know. Here comes Path, 1 minute 17.2, so it is dry, but it's not like that quick, or that quick enough.
Yeah. And from all of us here at the XRL, so I can get it out of the way now, we just want to send our massive congratulations to Roman Grosjean for his incredible performance at the Indy Grand Prix for the IndyCar Championship over the course of this weekend. His first IndyCar pole position in only his third race, and he finished second in the race. So that could give him a lot of momentum heading into potentially qualifying for the Indy 500 in 2 weeks' time.
Jay's 3 temps up in the first sector after setting a 1 minute 17.213.
Oh, he could potentially dethrone Path at the top of the timesheets. I mean, Path is definitely going to be up there as a serious contender for qualifier of the season. He's got the most pole positions of anybody in the XRL, in the F1 division especially. And Path responds, there we go, 1:15.2. Good luck beating that, Jay, says Path. Just a couple of corners to go now for Jay. Round the final corner he comes. He's got a 1:15.2 to beat. Is he going to beat it? No, he's not. He gets a 15.5 though.
Ultimate. Around the final corner, 1 minute 14.4.
Where did he pull that from? Biblical. Absolutely biblical.
Here comes Philip Nilsson around the penultimate corner now.
Philip Nilsson does have a number of pole positions to his name. Can he add another one here today? He's just shy of ultimate time. Last time Philip Nilsson got pole was the beginning of season 3 when he got pole position in China. Philip Nilsson has 9 pole positions to his name and an incredible 12 wins to his name as well. His last win being at Baku last season. Ultimate still has the record for most Grand Prix wins with 14, but Path is closing in fast on that record with 11. A win for Path tonight will see him equal Philip Nilsson. And Ultimate responds with an even quicker 1:14.192. Is he going to make me eat my own words in regards to not seeing a 1:13 here?
We'll wait and see on that.
Here comes Sasha round the final corner now. 14.1 to beat. I don't think he's going to beat it here. He does get a 14.4, just shy of the front row. 11 thousandths behind Philip Nilsson.
Yeah, this could be Renault's if Ultimate gets pole, it'll be Renault's 14th. If Phil, Ryan Hurricane. Oh,
Hurricane coming in to spoil the party. And what happened to Penku? Oh, Penku's had it off the final corner. How on earth has he done
not
that?
again. Not that section of the track. He's done that before, but not in qualified conditions.
Hurricane top of the timesheets.
Mercedes' last pole position was in Italy last year.
Oh,
So that,
wow.
yeah.
But of course, in some capacity, Philip Nilsson is a former X1 champion. He does have a constructor's title to his name for Williams, way back in our first ever season of the XRL with Maverick, Pete Bellini.
Yeah.
Yes, Renault and McLaren are both tied with their 13 pole positions each. But a pole for Renault tonight will see them be the most successful team in qualifying. They've got 8 pole positions this season so far.
Still waiting for 2D, Starfish, Penku, and Edgar to set their laps.
Yep.
Edgar and Ryan Hurricane are in the pits.
And Alfa Romeo have the other 2. So a 4-to-1 ratio of pole positions between Renault and Alfa Romeo. Hurricane coming out for one last roll of the dice. Philip Nilsson is just starting his lap. He's only 4/10 behind the pole position time. Could he spoil the party here? Whoa!
Ooh.
Hello, Starfish! With a 1:14.033!
That's come out of nowhere.
Yeah! Was not expecting that from the Williams team. Philip Nilsson 3.5 tenths up at the end of the first sector. Philip Nilsson.
Alright, here comes 2D.
Philip Nilsson hasn't been on pole position since China, and Philip Nilsson 7/10 up. 2D
Whoa.
with a 1:13.794.
Game on.
Oh, less than a minute to go.
This is going to be an interesting part of qualifying now.
Penku invalidated
Here comes
that
Philip
lap.
Nilsson.
What's he gonna do? 13.5!
It's coming in now.
And all of a sudden, qualifying has just come to life. We've got one of 6 drivers potentially.
Anyone can probably get it.
Exactly, yeah.
Anyone can get pole position.
Here comes Path. Round the last corner. He's got a 13.5 to beat. This looks quick. Is he going to beat it? No, he's not. 13.6. It's not quick enough.
Penku goes 1:13.498.
2 thousandths. Can Ultimate spoil the party? And the Williams of Starfish has spun. And Ultimate
Ultimate.
4:13.465.
Ryan Hurricane's up, but it's marginal. That was in the first sector.
He's still got time.
What is the second sector?
We're going to focus on Sasha now. Let's see what he can pull out of the bag. He needs to beat his 14.4. He gets it to the 13s as well. A 1:13.8. He goes into 6th position.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's that? Oh, Philip Nilsson. He's gone in the pits. Here comes.
Here comes Hurricane. 39 goes 7th.
Right, there we go. That's it. This Penku's invalidated, Path's invalidated, and he's running out of fuel.
So that's it. It's ultimate on pole position for the first time since the Netherlands earlier in the season. It is third pole of the season and a 9th pole position for the Renault team. But take a bow, Philip Nilsson. He hasn't missed a beat. He is third.
Yeah.
Less than half a tenth.
And also that's
Less than half a tenth between the top three.
that is Renault's 14th pole position throughout their history in XRL.
Yes, and that
Next one.
and that makes them the most successful team in qualifying for the X1 division. So let's recap the top 10. Separated by less than half a second. Ultimate on pole. Penku, Nilsson, Path, 2D, Sasha, Hurricane, Jay, Starfish, and Edgar. Absolutely biblical. The times that we saw.
Very, very interesting. I'm very excited again to qualify in 3. And that obviously will right now we will. No, yep, and we're gonna have we'll be having our lobby we'll be doing our lobby restart.
Yeah. So that gives the drivers time to it gives them time to focus on any bathroom breaks they need, top up of the beverages, to make sure they're fully hydrated heading into the race.
Let's get that.
So just moving briefly away from the world of Formula One for a moment. The world of boxing, we've got it all but confirmed at this point. It's been effectively confirmed at this point where Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, possibly the biggest match in British boxing. Saudi Arabia, August 14th. Now,
Right, there we go.
Now, I really hope that the fight is on Sky Sports box office, because I definitely want to see that match. Because I've actually been following Joshua's career for the last 9 years since he came onto the scene as super heavyweight champion at the London Olympics.
Alright, now the lobby's going to be piling in with the drivers. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. We've got the drivers are all in.
Now just to get the grid sorted.
Yep. Alright, we're going.
Here we go.
We'll be going at 6 minutes past 6. So basically, drivers need to remember get their setups on.
And make sure that, those in the top 10, make sure they start on the tyres they got their fastest lap on in Q2.
Yeah, everyone's on mediums except Edgar.
Who's on softs.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, we're good now. For Sasha.
Yep, here we go.
Oh, okay. Now it's a waiting game.
Yep.
Edgar's on Edgar's. Yep, there we go. Edgar's put on the soft, so that's good.
There we go. Yep.
Apart from that, it's all good.
I've just spotted on Instagram the Haas F1 team have got a competition to win a team cap signed by Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin.
Mazepin. Mazepin.
Or as my mum called him earlier, Crash Bandicoot. If you're a 90s kid and you played if you're a 90s kid and you played on the PlayStation, you'll understand the reference. Yeah, some of the comments practically all of the comments have said, "Can I just get the Just to cut a long story short, a driver is so hated that nobody wants his signature." There's been comments that have said, "I'd rather have this hat signed by just Mick Schumacher." And Haas standing their ground, they're just saying, "Nope, it is signed by both drivers." Who's actually gonna want it? Who's actually gonna want it? I'm sorry, you've got a driver that has become so hated in the Formula One community, no, actually, the motor racing community, that not even a competition for a signed hat with his name on it can convince you to like him. Nobody wants a signature of Marzipan.
Oh well, it'll be interesting to see what happens next week at Monaco.
Oh,
the real F Grand Prix.
Oh, he won't last.
Yeah. Oh, Starfish has hit issues.
Hopefully he gets back into the lobby.
Will be 1 minute till we can go. Yep. So Starfish will be AI at the start due to his technical issues that he's hit.
There we go. That Starfish back in.
Yep. Let's go. And we'll be given the go ahead.
Yep. There we go.
We have. Yep. Let's go. For a crucial race.
16. Outscore Alfa Romeo by 16 points, and Renault will win the Constructors' Championship tonight. So I'm going to be keeping people up to date regarding that throughout the race.
Yep.
Starfish has left the session again, not what he would have wanted. And that looks like we could be in for potentially another little bit. And Penku's left as well.
Oh.
Nevertheless,
We're going.
Here come the lights. And it is race time here. Race time here at Hungary. It's a clean start. Path already up into second place. Oh, there's carnage! Absolute carnage. And that's one of the Haas drivers. It's Tooney. Tooney's had a horrific start. Frisbee not much better. Virtual safety car. So penalties. So many penalties.
Yep, midfield. It's meant on the midfield.
Asmo, Wax, Waddington, Hurricane, Philip Nilsson for ignoring yellow flags. Philip Nilsson, Asmo, Wax, Waddington, Hurricane, Mon, Bull Beast, Young Maneuver, and all with 5-second penalties. Just double check. Yep. No,
Panku's Wi-Fi went out.
Hurricane and Maneuver have 10 seconds worth of penalties.
Ooh.
That is going to be an absolute nightmare for them to scrub off.
We're back underway.
Yeah, we're back. Yes, we are. We're back underway right now. And oh, we've got a spin. And that is, oh my goodness me, it is all kicking off here. Mon and Starfish. And I think Hurricane was caught up in the mix as well. Kellis Jackson, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, Starfish has hit him.
Oh, come on. You can't be doing that. And he gets a 5-second penalty. Rightly so.
Yep. Ooh, I was just about to say as well that like, if Renault wrap up the constructors as well, that'll be the 4th different constructor that we've had in X1.
That has been constructors champion. Yes, indeed, because
Yeah.
Williams, Red Bull, and Haas.
Flag. Oh, Asmo's gone.
Oh dear, everyone's done. Oh dear. Do we secretly have Mazepin driving all these cars? Because I've lost count of how many spins we've seen today.
Oh, Panku and Wallington have had a nice battle.
Yeah.
Gets by.
An ultimate already lap 2, and it's his first time penalty of the day.
That's very unusual.
It's not very often we see a penalty that early in the race.
Wallington's on a charge right now on the mediums, going after Wax for 7th. The two Renaults are already starting to pull away from Philip Nilsson and the rest of the field.
DRS enabled, Waddington on the back of Wax. He's got his ERS turned up to the max. He's going to try through turn 1 to get himself into 7th place. It's really tight between these two. But I think Waddington's just got ahead. Wax is going to have the inside line heading into turn 2. And I think Wax is going to keep position. No, Waddington's going to have the racing line in turn 3. And Waddington gets through. Brilliant side-by-side racing between these two.
What else?
And oh, Wax has had a spin. The curb of doom at turn 5.
Significant front wing damage. It's been sustained. I see. Oh, Panku's back in the lobby.
And he started on the hut.
It's good. Oh, Frisbee's gone. Frisbee lost the backhand.
It seems everyone has been just spinning tonight.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, Edgar's trying to make a move on Jay, the 5th.
Yeah, of course, DRS is enabled at this point now. Edgar trying to make his way through the field as quickly as possible to make up as much time as he can before having to come in for his stop. It will need to be a 2-stop for him. I don't see him getting the hards to last nearly 30 laps. He'll need at least a safety car for that to happen. And you can actually say the same for Young Maneuver. He's currently 9th at the moment.
Wax is in the pits.
It's a path keeping on the back of ultimate for the lead. Philip Nilsson 2.5 seconds behind them, but he's got a comfortable gap to Sasha. So he'll be serving that 5-second penalty during his pit stop, which will mean he'll be back down to a clean slate as far as penalties are concerned.
Yep.
So, still early days, I know, but as it stands, Renault with their 1-2 will be Constructors' Champions tonight.
Oh, Penku's gone.
Oh, he's had a spin, he's out! Oh, turn 5 again! And he's now out of the points.
Climbing another victim.
It is so easy to lose the back. It's so easy to spin at that corner. You can't afford to take any curb at that corner, otherwise you're gone.
Yeah. Wax got a 3-second time penalty. Track limits. Oh, okay. Some randoms joined.
It's not the first time we've had to deal with that.
Well, he's left. Careless Jackson is already been lapped.
Wow. 6 laps in and we've already got our...
Yeah.
And we're going to end up with Asmo following suit very shortly.
He's currently battling with Wax. Edgar not really making much progress on Jay that he would have wanted. I think he's just backed off, I think, for the moment. Frisbee is catching up to Zola, and there's a yellow flag, and that's Asmo gone. And that point, and he needs to get out of the way quickly because the leaders are coming up. Oh,
yeah, there he goes. Oh! I just caught the end of that.
Yeah.
There we go. Both Red Bulls have been lapped. It has
very lucky not to collect the leaders.
It has been a season to forget for the Red Bull establishment. It just goes to show what a difference a driver lineup change can do for a team. Because Red Bull, 2 seasons ago, Constructors' Champions.
Yeah.
And the last 2 seasons, they've been effectively rock bottom of the pile.
Mons on the back of Bull Beast. This is for 12th. Not sure if there will be a move from this, because Mons on the hards and is a bit far back.
Oh, yellow flag sector 1.
Flag,
That's one of the Red Bulls.
Bull gone. Letting cars by. That's Asmo.
As if today couldn't get any worse for him. Meanwhile, the 2 Renaults are just continuing to pull away. Philip Nilsson does have that 5-second window he needs to keep 3rd place. And as it stands, as we're approaching lap 9, Renault will wrap up the Constructors' Championship tonight. And it will be our 4th different team with a constructor's title to their name.
Right. Yellow flag. That's Wax. He's gone for a spin at turn 5. Another victim's been claimed.
Oh dear, and
Wax has
he's
got significant front wing damage.
That's a lot of damage, and he's gonna need to let these boys through. Stays off the...
Oh. Yeah.
And he has to cut the corner to ensure that they get past safely. Young maneuver in the pits. 8 laps on those...
Oh, what? That, I think that might be need to get removed.
That's a bit...
If he's
That is...
letting cars by, then that's a shame.
That is harsh. That is harsh, and he's got
And
another...
again.
Oh.
That is harsh. If he's letting cars by,
Oh!
then...
And that's... Oh, and Edgar's gone! And so's Wax! Oh, no! And that's a full safety car.
Safety car deported.
Oh, man, I just caught the tail end of that.
Ball. Yep. Oh, that's a shame.
And that...
Sasha's in the pits.
Yeah, that gives those behind Nilsson the opportunity to change their tyres. It's going to be a massive hammer blow for Racing Point and for...
Ferrari.
Yeah.
Well, Sasha's going on the hards. Jay's on the hards as well.
Wellington electing...
Oh wait, oh.
Wellington electing to go for a fresh set of mediums.
Oh, okay. That is interesting. 2D in the pits.
Is Nilsson gonna...
Is it hards?
Is Nilsson gonna use this opportunity to come in and change his tyres? I mean, the common sense man would say yes, do it.
Yeah, 3 pit stop effectively.
Yeah. I mean, he'd only be dropping a couple of positions, if that.
Path is in.
Path takes the opportunity.
So the Renault are taking the gamble.
Yep. Path electing to come in first. He'll be looking to secure the championship. Well, to help secure the championship for Renault tonight. He goes down to 7th. Zola gets past. Is Frisbee going to get ahead as well? I don't think he will. No, he doesn't.
No.
Zola gets ahead, so Path down to 8th. Frisbee, don't overtake. There we go. Safe as you like.
Most drivers have had penalties during that virtual safety car, and lap 1 has got their penalties removed. It's just Bull, Beast, Mon, and Philip Nilsson yet to remove theirs.
Yeah, because they've yet to. Well, Hurricane is going to need to get his.
Yeah, 2. And that starts. So he got 1 removed, and then.
Oh yeah, so he did.
He'll have to get his other 1.
Yeah, because 8 lap. Let's say those hards are 8 laps all. I don't see them lasting to the end of the race. Realistically, he might come in for softs to go for the fastest lap, and that'll remove the time penalty.
Yeah. So safety car is staying out for another lap.
Yeah. Nilsson could be in trouble here because he didn't take the opportunity to stop under the safety car.
Ultimate as well.
I don't think... I'll say Ultimate's not overly concerned because he's got 3 seconds worth of penalties, whereas Nilsson has 5. And Philip Nilsson will need to stay stationary in his box for those 5 seconds before any work can be done on the car.
Safety car should be going in this lap.
Yep.
Since the whole field's together.
It's a careless...
It'll be a bit of a concern for Carlos Jackson.
Yeah, he's going to need to let everybody through.
Yeah.
Asmo's only going to need to let one driver through in the form of 2D.
Yeah. And there we go. Safety car's in this lap.
Yep.
Oh, Nilsson.
Careful.
Close it, get close to, very close to ultimate. Oh.
Nilsson a bit too eager to get going on the restart.
I think he will get caught out now.
There we go. Ultimate drops the hammer. Here we go. Race time once again. We're a third of the way through the race. It's lap 13 of 35. Ultimate leads. Philip Nilsson second. Sasha third. Jay fourth. Waddington fifth. Mon sixth. Zola seventh. Frisbee up into eighth. Path down to ninth. And Penku rounding up the top 10. Waddington getting ahead of Jay meanwhile into fourth place. That pit stop has worked wonders for Waddington. But can he get those mediums to the end? Well, he's...
Carlos Jackson.
Oh no, Waddington's going to need to make another stop because he didn't change tyre compound.
Yeah.
And Philip Nilsson, oh, he's got another time penalty.
Oh.
Not what he needed.
Carlos Jackson managed to let everyone by on the restart. That is very good of him. Done it on the main straight.
Yep. Waddington right on the back of Sasha, of course. They're not going to get DRS until the end of the next lap. Ultimate with the fastest lap of the race, 1:17.9. Going to try the outside of turn 2. This is going to be brave from Waddington. He's side by side with Sasha. Is he going to get third place? Yes, he is. He says, thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that. Waddington in a podium paying position. And as it stands, he could get second place here.
Zola with a 3-second time penalty. And Asmo as well. Frisbee manages to get past Zola for 7th, and Path manages to get past as well. So does Penku. So they're gaining places. Well, Ryan Hurricane on the inside of Zola gets up to P11. So Zola's falling down the order right now on these hards. DRS has been enabled. So we'll be aiding the drivers down the main straight.
Into lap 15 now. No maneuver. Yep.
3 seconds.
But as it stands, it's only Ultimate, Nilsson, and Mon that are yet to make a stop.
One's holding up a little train of cars with Frisbee, Path, and Panku at the moment. Ultimate's got another 3 second time penalty.
Oh, that could prove problematic for his hunt for the race win. Starfish has dropped a few positions, and oh, it's at the last corner.
Nice spun, but he's gone into the pits.
I think he's never
For
going
measure.
to. Yeah, he's going to need to get it changed. He's going to need to get that front wing changed.
Path and Penku side by side into turn 3. Path manages to stay ahead. At the moment, Frisbee managed to get past Mon on the main straight. Path will be eager to get past the racing point.
We've seen how strong Path's race pace has been previously. That is a beautiful camera shot there.
Oh, Panku's got a 3 second time penalty, yellow flag.
And Hurricane plummeting
Right,
down the
Hurricane's
order.
gone.
Not what
He's
he would have
gone.
wanted.
Has he got damage on the car? No, he does not. So he's all good.
He's a very lucky boy there.
And back on the battle for 7th between Mon and Path.
Path almost rear-ending Mon there, but he's right on his gearbox, and there he goes. DRS open, not using any of his ERS. He's letting that charge up, but the DRS was more than enough to get him into 7th place. And Tudi's retired in the pits.
Yep. So now Path can catch up now to Frisbee in 6th. Now it's Penku's turn to get past Mon for 8th. This will be.
Yeah, but right now, as it stands, it's not going to be enough to keep Alfa Romeo in the hunt for the Constructors' Championship. Frisbee with the fastest lap of the race so far, 1:17.6.
Here comes Penku. Oh, Mon.
Not quite close enough to make the move. He might have a run into turn 2 here. There we go, DRS open. Around the outside of turn 2, cool as you like. Oh! A little bit of contact there, but Penku into 8th.
Now Penku will be able to chase down Path for what he's lost. Yellow flag, that's the one of the Red Bulls of Asmo. Lap 18, Ultimate's gone into the pits. Nilsson stays out.
And that means Nilsson, for the first time in a while, is going to lead an X1 race.
Yep. Ultimate in, doing 18 laps, did 8 or 17 laps on those mediums onto the hards.
That will get them to the end of the race. They'll get them to the end of the race.
Will it come out ahead of Jan Maneuver? Only just.
That is tight.
10.
Now, we've seen before that Ultimate does struggle with trying to get through the field when he's following other cars, akin to that of the Mercedes that are built for leading, not for following. Starfish now fastest lap of the race with a 1:17.301. I would imagine Nilsson is going to come in at the end of this lap. 19 laps on those mediums. Hats off to him for that. But Asmo,
I think the safety
with the time penalty.
I think the safety car helped them.
Yeah, definitely helped them get an extra couple of laps out of those tyres. And no, Nilsson
Staying out.
Nilsson elects to stay out. That's a bold move. That is. Could Waddington see himself going on to the softs for the end of the race?
Yeah. Well, 15 laps to go. Mon's gone into the pits to make his pit stop.
And that leaves Nilsson
That
leaves Nilsson the only driver yet to make a stop. Realistically, I see Mon going on to the mediums.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does. Let's wait for it to come up on screen, and indeed he does go for the mediums. Probably the smart.
Able to go in the end, he'll come out 13th.
Yep.
Wallington's caught right up to Nilsson, so Nilsson's struggling now with the tyres.
And Nilsson does have those time penalties to take into account as well.
Yep. He'll be stationary for 5 seconds if he'll pit. So he'll be plummeting. Starfish is in the pits again. He's gone onto the soft, so Nilsson's staying out for another lap. Yellow flag sector 2. That's a Red Bull of Asmo. He's gone. Ed. Oh, there's Ed. Right, there we go. Wallington still he's going to bide his time, try to get past Philip Nilsson. And Nilsson's catching up, they're catching up to Starfish to lap him.
Starfish has gone onto the soft tyres. I don't see those softs getting to the end. He'll need to come in for another stop.
Yep.
Yellow flag sector 3, that's one of the red. Oh dear, oh dear.
Pit lane. Will be pit lane.
Is that going to be a safety car? I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Wallington might need to start. Wallington might need to start thinking about saving some fuel, because the fuel light has come on his car.
Nilsson staying out again.
That could prove costly for him.
Oh, hello Lopez. Well, at least you're watching.
And yes, we've got the boss of the league watching from the comfort of home. Today he will be with us for commentary next week for our anniversary week. We've got a lot happening with the XRL and our partner leagues. ARL tomorrow night. We've got practice session on Tuesday. Formula 2 action on.
I don't think that runs anymore. F2 doesn't run, I think, anymore. I think due to the lack of interest.
Yeah. So we'll still have our knockout cup on a Wednesday night as well. We've got PRL Premier Racing League on a Thursday, European Formula Racing on the Friday, and then the main events themselves, the XRL at the weekend. Dev League and 100% race on the Saturday, and then Anniversary Day on the 20th. And then we'll have the 23rd, X1, X2, and X3. 22 laps on those mediums, and Nilsson's still electing to stay out, and it's somewhat working in his favour because he's got a bit more ERS to play with than Waddington does. Waddington's almost out of battery though.
Yeah.
The lock up there from Nilsson. He does only have de facto 3 seconds worth of penalties once he gets that 5-second penalty served in the pit lane. He's doing well to keep Waddington behind him.
Yep. And Sasha, James, and Frisbee are catching up at the rest of the field as well.
Starfish, another time penalty there.
Path is in 6th, try to chase down Frisbee at the moment. Ultimate is try to get Penko, I should say, for 7th.
Ultimate about 5.5 seconds behind Penku. Path about 2.5 behind Frisbee's.
Ooh.
Big lock up there from Nilsson.
Yeah.
And Waddington almost losing the back end. And Nilsson still electing to stay out. Waddington's a little closer than he was on the previous lap. Could this work in his favour now? Not quite, he's still not close enough. Is Nilsson going to try and go for the sauce for the end?
Looking likely.
We're on lap 24 right now. So 11, 12 laps on softs. It's doable, but they're going to fall off the cliff after like 6, 7 laps.
Yeah.
But this is a fantastic battle between these two, because let's be honest, it's been a long time since we've seen these two battling on track.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Bit of a tangent for the moment, but have you seen the livery that McLaren are going to be using for Monaco?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, that looks...
That looks a good livery.
Oh, wow.
Philip Nelson's still out on those mediums. How long will
those
should be up?
Yeah, those mediums are gonna be screaming, please change the tires.
They're probably near puncher range now, surely.
If that happens, I wouldn't be at all surprised. And Waddington almost losing the back end there.
Both of them are really struggling to manage the ERS.
Yeah. Starfish with technical issues.
Again. Now, a train's going to be forming soon. Oh, Nilsson's went to the back.
And so Waddington! Any damage though? That's the crucial thing. Is there any damage?
Nilsson's got end plate damage. That's it.
He's going to need to come in.
End plate.
And Waddington clean as a whistle. Sasha's on the back of him. So is Jay, Frisbee, and Path. And Nilsson has to swallow his pride and come in.
Oh.
That is a real shame. It was looking to be a very tasty battle between those two. But I think Nilsson's going to be going on to softs to the end.
Yep.
And Waddington leading the race.
Not really Starfish's fault because he was AI.
Yeah.
When it happened.
Yeah, that is true. Waddington in the lead now, path up to 5th. Nilsson is going to be on softs. He's going to try and go for the fastest lap of the race.
Now we've got a train right now.
Yeah. 5 cars all within DRS range of each other. Waddington down to path.
Oh, Wellington's in the pits.
Oh, he's going to try the undercut. He's going to try the undercut on Nilsson. And that puts Sasha into the lead.
It'll be like one by one. They'll be all the leaders are pitting. Wellington will come out in 8th on the softs. Path 4th and 6th, Penku 5th. Penku with a 3-second time penalty.
Well, that's a penalty-free point for him out the window. But as it stands for now, the Constructors' Championship battle will go on to Mexico next week. Because with Path being 4th at the moment with 12 points, and Ultimate 6th with 8 points, they're only outscoring Alfa Romeo by 10 points at the moment. 11 once we take Path's penalty-free points into account. But it has been a very consistent season for the Renault establishment this season so far. And Philip Nilsson, there it is. Fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:15.886. And Zola into the pits. He's going to try and go for the fastest lap outside the top 10. Because there's a point inside the top 10 and a point outside the top 10.
Penku is a catch Bob to the back of this train as well. Won't be long before Ultimate will be there as well.
So Path currently 4th at the moment. He's only got Sasha, J and Frisbee to get through to get himself back into the lead.
What's penalties looking like right now? Penku and Ultimate on 6. Beast, Young Maneuver, Nilsson on and Zola, Carlos Jackson and Starfish on 3 seconds, and Ryan Hurricane still got that 5-second time penalty.
He
hasn't served.
I think he'll be trying to carry that to the end of the race, but with 24 lap hold hards, I don't see that happening. He'll need to come in to get that penalty, to serve that penalty. It's a 4-car scrap now. A 4-way dance for what is now the race win. Because Penku can't get it on penalty countback. Unless we end up with an absolute disaster from these top 4.
I think the top 4 men are just going to go on those, just take those hards to the end. And that's what they're going to be doing. Unless they make a decision to pit now, go for the softs, go with the softs.
I think Sasha's just managed to get Jay out of DRS range. No, Jay still crucially has that DRS. Which is going to help him. It's going to help him defend from Jay. 6 to go. Frisbee going for a late lunge there. Wasn't going to work.
Oh, path on the inside of Frisbee.
Oh, they touch wheels. And I think he's through. He is. Paths into third.
This is crucial for the constructors. For Renault. Ultimate's got another 3-second time penalty.
Not what he needs.
Now Path can set his eyes on getting J for second.
Which he should be able to do. Sasha almost getting Jay out of DRS range.
Yep.
And yes, he has. Jay is out of DRS range. He's got nothing to defend with from Path.
Path's got a good amount of VRS on him compared to J. He's got no battery, the AlphaTauri.
Penko, another time penalty. That is going to affect Alfa Romeo with their chances of the title.
Especially now with Penku just catching up to Frisbee as well.
Penko and Ultimate both have 9 seconds worth of penalties.
Ultimate will be starting to worry because Wallington's catching up. And he has no penalties. Not long left to go. No flag. That's Starfish. Oh, he's gone for a spin.
Oh,
safety car. He's lost his whole front wing.
Oh dear, oh dear.
And that's something that the leading pack will not have wanted. Especially Path. I think he would have made the move on J on the main straight. He's lost the opportunity.
So who was it that lost their front wing?
Starfish.
The day's just getting worse for him.
Yep. Well, his teammate Bull Beast is in 8th at the moment. Got Nilsson back. He's trying to defend from Nilsson. And we're green flag racing.
If Ultimate can get that gap up to 9 seconds between himself and Waddington, Ultimate will keep 6th place on penalty count bag, but right now he's going to drop down to 7th.
Here we go. Onto the second DRS straight. From turn 1 to turn 2. Has Path got... No, Path does not have that enough. Does not have enough straight to get past J.
Not quite close enough.
2 laps to go. Meanwhile, Nelson's just try to get past Bull Beast for 8th. Unable to at turn 1. And through in the second DRS straight, it's the same situation that Path has had. Unable to get past. Back onto the battle for the lead. Sasha out in front still.
Path is running out of time and running out of laps to get past these guys. Right now, he needs to get himself the race win to have any chance of wrapping up the Constructors' title.
Yep.
He has got so much more ERS than Jay does. But Jay's got DRS on Sasha. 2 to go here. And now Penku on the back of this train. Big lock up there from Jay. Oh! Path giving him a love tap. Oh, this is brave. This is brave. That's very brave. Very brave going into turn 4.
Oh.
That was very brave there. But Ultra, what's this? Ultra's now into 5th. What happened to Penku?
Nothing seems wrong with the tyres, but Penku's got wing damage. He's lost his right end plate.
That is an absolute game changer.
And that is huge for the constructors. On the final lap of this Grand Prix, is Path able to get past Jay, but Jay does have the DRS. Off of Sasha, Frisbee trying swinging around the outside of Path.
Path almost lost the back end there.
Oh, wide into turn 2. Penku is fighting his front wing. He's stayed out, fighting the front wing damage. Starfish is left again with the technical difficulties, but Wallington is chasing him down and will get him on penalty count back, it will seem. And if I'm looking, I don't say how
Hurricane gets the fastest lap of the race. I don't think I'm not sure how pivotal it is. And Path with a penalty!
Oh!
Right at the end!
No!
As it...
Here comes that.
Now that's a real game changer! And that means Sasha takes the win, Path is going to drop down to 4th, and Ultimate is down to Ultimate 5th. Penku crosses in 6th. Where does Wallington lie? He splits the Renaults! I'm going to need to do the maths very quickly here. 12 for Ult.
Yep,
12 for Ultimate. And 8 for...
Here comes Bullbeast crosses the line. 8th, Nilsson 9th, Young Maneuver 10th. Starfish is 15th. Mon will get 11th. And Ryan Hurricane will come round the final corner to get P12. Not a good day for him. Again, Killers Jackson will get 14th. And Zola will come round the final corner to get 13th. And Lopez has just said in the chat, Sasha is the youngest X1 winner.
What a moment for Sasha, and Waddington gets the driver of the day.
Well done. Lopez, are we going to make a XRL Guinness Book of Records?
I wouldn't be too surprised if we end up getting that at some point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too
There's
surprised.
your podium with Sasha. Frisbee and Jay rounding up the podium. And there it is. Wallington from 18th on the grid to 5th place.
Very well deserved. So let's go through the full race results. We have got Sasha the youngest ever X1 winner. Massive congratulations to him. And I believe
well done.
Jay gets second, Frisbee third. That is your podium, and that is indeed Sasha's first win in X1. Path fourth, Waddington fifth. That penalty, the fact that Waddington was a clean slate of penalties, split. If he hadn't split the Renaults, Renault would have wrapped up the Constructors' Championship. But that means next week, it's all but decided. Next week, the championship rolls on to anniversary week next week. Penku 7th, Bull Beast 8th, Philip Nilsson 9th, and Young Maneuver rounding up the top 10. The fastest lap inside the top 10 was Philip Nilsson with that 1:15.8. The rest of the results: Mon, Hurricane, Zola, Jackson, and Starfish, Asmo, 2D, Edgar, and Wax, all not finishing.
Yeah.
Two points away from winning the Constructors' Championship. That's all Renault needs. 2 points. 9th place will secure it.
Yeah. Oh, it's rolling over to the anniversary weekend, so that'll be interesting. High stakes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And with that 4th place for Path, I just need to quickly check the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah.
So bear with me, folks. We got standings. There we go. And it was 7th Penku finished tonight. Seventh, and that is 8 points. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 points. 1, 5, 9. 12 points for Path, which is 2, 2, 5. I mean, mathematically, Philip Nils Path could wrap up the Drivers' Championship next week as well, but I realistically see that happening unless Penku ends up. But the Constructors' Championship is all but decided next week. Just 2 points. That's all Renault needs to wrap up the title. Will they be able to do it, though?
We'll find out on anniversary weekend.
Indeed, and you'll hear me and Caesar calling the action for that. And also, be sure to stay tuned at the end of the race to find out if you're one of the lucky winners of the XRL giveaway. But until then, we will see you guys next week, and good night.